Hey, it's Philip with G6 Technology Services. In this video, we're going to be unboxing a couple of eBay purchases. I've got a CMTS. I actually don't remember the details of it now because it's been a while since I ordered it. I think it's a Motorola. We'll see when we open it up. I also don't know which box it is. There's this big one and a small one. The second thing should be a Cisco Catalyst switch. Also don't remember the details, so we'll see when we open it up. Either way, I think both of those are supposed to be sort of small, so I don't know why this box is so big, but I guess we'll start with that one because that's the one I'm most curious about. So I'm going to move it into the workbench. Actually, I might have to open it on the floor. I don't know if I have enough room for this on the bench. Let me get the box cutter and we'll just do it in the hallway. Alright, yeah, that definitely was not going to fit on that little workbench in there. Little table, which if you haven't seen my other videos, this is kind of what I'm working with right now. This little table right here. I used to have a bigger shop, but it was getting too expensive. So I downgraded a little bit, so let's go ahead and get this open. Got my orange box cutter. Let's see if I can do this left-handed, and this bottom part's a little bit wavy. I think they kind of resized this box because the flaps don't line up the right way, like it was taller and they folded it in. Alright. Okay, well, that worked. It's open. That won't stay open though. Okay, this is proving to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. Oh, it's a box in a box. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, let me get this other box out of this box. Alright, well, it's a little bit more manageable. This is the box I was expecting, and it is a Motorola. So that's pretty cool. I almost kind of feel bad cutting into this because it's got a cool Motorola box. But we'll go ahead and open it up. I think they had it open anyway, because there were pictures of it open, and I don't remember them having multiple of these. So we'll go ahead and cut it open again. I don't know why it's so difficult. The knife is probably just kind of dull. It's not wanting to cut very easily. That one was good. It was kind of jumping out of the groove. Let's see, this is really thick. Oh. Okay. It said new. Okay, this is just kind of... Hold on. Okay, that's a little better playing that game. Anyway, it said, the listing said it was new, and it does look like it's new in the original packaging. I mean, it's a little bit maybe opened to take a picture and they put it back. I don't know. Or maybe this was a spare. But let me get it out of here. I don't think there's any more surprises. Looks like there's maybe some ears, cable, units right there. So let me just get it out of this box because it'll be a lot easier to do that with two hands, and then I'll get the unit on the desk and we'll look at it. Alright, yeah, I got it out, and it comes with the manuals. You get two of these strangely shaped, really heavy, chunky ears, some feet and some screws, power cable. We have, oh, and by the way, this is a Motorola BSR 2000, which is supposed to be a DOCSIS 2.0 compatible CMTS. Safety information. Probably not really a whole lot in there. It's kind of neat. Oh, there's a CD. Oh, it's just more documentation. That's pretty cool, though. I'll have to look over this. Cable upstream, global clock. Kind of neat. SSH passphrase. CD. Yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. If I hadn't mentioned it already, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just wanted to do cable stuff and thought this would be kind of cool. Here's the, let me flip it around, I'll show you both ends. Alright, here we are. We have a, I don't know what RW is, reading right? Couldn't say. A reset button, console port, network, upstream. Well, I'm not going to read all these, but there's some diagnostic LEDs. Pretty neat design on the front. Yeah, pretty cool. Plastic's all in good shape. I don't know what this screw is. Right there. I wonder if you maybe you can just kind of take this whole front bezel off with it. But anyway, let's look at the back real quick. And I'm going to use two hands. This thing actually is a lot heavier than it looks. Alright, and we got a bunch of Ethernet ports. Let me give you the overview. Here's the whole back. But we've got some Ethernet ports. I don't know what they're all for yet. One of them says red. One of them says bits, I think. So I don't know what that is. And then there's just 0 through 3. Oh, sorry, I'm looking not through the viewfinder and it's drifting a little bit. Anyway, and I was wondering what this was over here. I pulled one of these things out. So these are SFP cages. And this is just a blank little insert. So that's kind of interesting that they went through the effort of manufacturing this entire blank. Oh, made by Molex. Wow. But anyway, they manufactured this whole blank metal insert. Usually whenever I've seen empty SFP cages, it just has a little plastic plug in it. So they really did the most on this one. That's nice. I don't know why that was necessary, but it was pretty cool. And then we have all of these F connectors, all these different color-coded things. So I don't know what any of that's going to be for. I'm going to have to look at the manual. I don't know what IF is. And then I can assume that DS is downstream, US is upstream. So I don't know how I need to interface with this. Oh, and of course we have our power. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to have to do to interface with this or what kind of levels it's putting out. I'm going to have to do some more research. It may be intended, it's low level and it's going into an amplifier on that downstream, or maybe it's a high level and I'm going to need to get some attenuators. Do I need to combine all 5 of these together? What's this green one for? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to find out though. I'm going to do a bunch of research and I'm super excited to start playing with this thing. We're not really going to dig into that too much in this video. I'm just going to kind of show you the outside of it. And I'm not going to open it up either because it still has the warranty seal on it. Now it's kind of silly reason not to. It's well out of warranty now. I think I saw reference to 2011 somewhere. But anyway, I don't really want to open it up. And I don't really see how you do that. Oh, just these screws on the back probably come off. But anyway, yeah, I don't really want to open it up and mess with it. Oh look, we have a nice sticker on the bottom. It's not going to be too exciting anyway, just some PCBs, some probably those rectangular cans, like if you've ever, I don't know if you can really see in there, if you've ever opened up a cable box or you've seen a TV tuner, it's going to look like that probably. So I don't want to mess this one up. It's like brand new. And I was surprised actually. I thought I was going to get scammed when I ordered this. The eBay price for even used ones, I think they were wanting like $1,000 or more or something. I got this was like $300 and it's brand new in the box. So I don't know if the person was just trying to get rid of it or they didn't really know what they had, but assuming it still works. It looked like everything was still sealed. I didn't verify the serial number matched the carton, but anyway, that's pretty exciting. I'm very happy to have this. I'm going to go ahead and put the ears on and throw it in the rack just to kind of get it out of here, because it's going to need to go somewhere. Yeah, so here's these weird shaped ears, and it looks like it's going to line up with these holes, and I'm assuming they just cut that out just to save on material. I don't think it actually serves a function. These screws, I don't know if you can kind of see, have this weird yellow coating on it. What I'm assuming is some thread locker. I've never seen yellow, kind of gross colored yellow, like, well, I'm not going to say, but it's not very nice. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and attach these, which I can't do that one-handed holding the camera. And then I'm going to try to get it up into the rack. Okay, you know, I only just now noticed that the size of this cutout is different on both sides. And if you've seen one of my Cisco videos, you know I've had trouble with rack ears not being the same, but in this case I really don't know what the difference is because the side is completely flat, and so is this side over here. There's nothing that would get in the way, and this one the holes do line perfectly up, so there's no reason. They perfectly line up, so I have no idea. Does it say anything? Some like part number. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Let me look in the manual real quick and see if it says in there. Not that I guess it matters, because like I said, there's nothing it's going to interfere with, but just to put it on the way it says to. Alright, well, it doesn't actually say in the manual. I looked and I can't find anything, but I think what I'm going to do is put this one over here just so that letters are up the right way around and the openings facing down. I think makes the most sense, so I'll just do that. That way, like I said, the part number is facing the right way, and I'll do that. There's just going to be 4 screws on each side. You don't need to just watch me screwing 8 screws in, so I'll do that and come back. Okay, well, scratch that. I tried to do that, and I thought made sense, but actually, if you look at this, these holes are not in the middle. So what ended up happening is if I did that, the bracket's stuck up past the top of the box, so it has to go that way. So I guess that answers that question, but I don't know why I tried to make sense of it where I was having the numbers be right and it looked like the notch should open down, but no, I guess that's how they want it, so I'm just going to do that, finish this one, do the other one. Oh, you know what? I just noticed something. I was like, why are there holes in the back? So, like the Cisco, you can mount it front or back facing forward, and these holes actually line up with the other side. So that's pretty cool. You could have either all the ports going forward. I'm going to have the face going forward because I just think I'd like to look at that more than just seeing all these plugs sticking out. And, well, anyway, I still think if I was going to do this, the notch still has to go up. So I would just have to reverse it, and the notch still goes up. So I don't know why they did it like that, but we got this one. Well, I got one more screw to do. I got distracted by this other set of holes. But, well, that's interesting. Cool design, so you can kind of flip these around. I guess they're this long because this thing is so heavy. And these are real thick because of the same reason. This thing actually, I can't, I'm really bad at estimating weights, but it's probably like 50 pounds or something. Maybe not, maybe, no, never mind, don't listen to me. Alright, got the ears on both sides with their upside down notch. So now let's see where this thing's gonna go. I'm kind of running out of room in here. I've got a space here, but I'm kind of saving that for the person that's renting the space at the top in case they want extra stuff. My stuff starts here and goes down. Well, and these. So I've got my 2 Cisco routers here. These 3725s that I've featured in the previous videos. HP ProCurve 5412ZL patch panel, cable management. Little Cisco small business, and this other HP, which really isn't doing a whole lot. And then this is just kind of storage down here. It's all kind of too low. I don't want to stick things down here. I might hit it with my knee, or I don't want to have to bend down to work on stuff. So these 3 switches, I'm just storing there because I don't have anywhere better to put them. And then this bottom section, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This other rack, bottom's all pretty much full. It's all full, and then I have this opening here, so from 28 to 42 technically doesn't have anything mounted really, but I have this shelf that I can move. But I'm kind of maintaining from 28 to like, what, 36, 37 I can't use because that's where this monitor sits. I don't have a nice slide out KVM tray thing, so, and I have this phone just sitting here, that doesn't need to go there. So really, I have like these top two, so I might try to stick it up there, but then also I've got these PDUs and this switch here that are kind of taking up space. So I don't know, I actually might have to put it down here, put it in 38. Yeah, you know, I might move the shelf up one to leave some extra space so it's not touching the Motorola CMTS. So I think I'll move this shelf up a U, and then I'll stick the Motorola in 38 here. Yeah, I think that sounds good. I might end up having to do some rearranging in here eventually. This side was supposed to just be servers, and this side was supposed to be networking, but it's actually started filling up pretty quick. And these 5412s weigh like over 100 pounds, I think. I literally couldn't lift them on my own. I had to have another person help, and we struggled having 2 people do it. So I am not about to try and organize these things at all, move them up and down or anything. So pretty much, this section pretty much can't change. These all pretty much have to go there. I would like to be able to use the top of this, but this guy's stuff is up here, and I can't really, I kind of want it moved over here actually. I'd rather have it go on the top of this rack, but I'm not going to try to have him come down here and shut it all down and move it, so. In the meantime, I guess I'll just do what I said, and I'm going to move this little shelf up, and we'll stick the Motorola here in 38. So let me do that real quick. I don't think you need to watch me struggle with that, because I'm going to try probably something that's very unadvisable and just try to move this thing with all the stuff on it and try to not dump it all off of there. So I don't need you to see me struggling with that. Okay, well that actually went a lot better than I thought. This shelf was not very heavy, and I was able to kind of shimmy it up one side at a time. It's just got this little Dell Micro PC and my HDMI over IP transmitter and this HDMI splitter. It's how I'm sending my security camera multi-view out to multiple rooms to keep an eye on it. And well, anyway, so I got that moved up, and then I got my cage nuts in here on 38. So again, something that you don't need to watch me struggle with. Oh no, I just noticed. What U is this switch in? Might hit the back. Oh, it's in 39. Okay. So we might just clear the bottom. I might have to take these feet off. Or I could just move the whole thing down. Oh, but I'm kind of running out of clearance on these cables over here. This whole thing is just a little bit tedious. I could move it up, but I think I wanted the switch to be a little bit away from this electrical stuff, so it wasn't pressed right up against it, because these PDUs have a bunch of relays, so you can turn all the outlets on and off individually. I might be able to squeeze one more U out of these cables if I move it down. Well, I'll just put it in and see if it fits. That might be the best strategy. I might have to take these feet off the bottom if it rubs. But, well, we'll see. I'll just try it. I'll have to move some of these cables out of the way, because it's definitely going to stick past all of these. Kind of pinch in here. Because that thing's pretty long. I wasn't really expecting it to be that long. I hope it fits. With this other stuff, I don't usually put backward stuff in here, but I added that because I was having a bunch of, it's my management switch, so all these Dells, I decided I wanted to have the iDRAC set up. Well, so there's these 2 PDUs, the Dell iDRACs, and then also my UPS network cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. I didn't have 8 really long cords to run all the way around the back and come over to the front. So I have some extra stuff, these switches, so I just threw one up here, thinking I wasn't really going to use the top of this. And well, anyway, it's enough rambling. Let me just see if it fits. That's the only thing. If it doesn't, I'll have to rearrange some stuff. I'm going to tuck away some of these cables so it doesn't rip them out by accident. But it should just fit right underneath that. Okay, well, that was tiring. I didn't drop it, but it was close, and it kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit, but it's in there, and I have to reevaluate. It's not 50 pounds, it's probably like 20 pounds, or 30, I don't know, 25? It's sort of heavy, but I was able to hold it up with one hand and mount it, and there it is, and it looks really nice up here. I'm happy with it. And I did have enough room. It does clear, because it's so long, it kind of sags down a little bit, so that actually works in my favor. And I did accidentally rip out the power cord for the switch, so I have to plug that back in. But the rest of it all fits, so we're good. So let me clean up in here a little bit. Alright, I got that switch plugged back in. And, well, it's booting back up. I don't know if you can really see power light, so it takes a few minutes, but it'll be fine. And we do have nice access to the back here of our power and all of our F connectors and our network ports here. So I am very, very happy that I have this, and it looks very nice in here. And I can't wait to start playing with it and getting some cable modem stuff going on. I saved some old cable modems. We got fiber internet here, so I don't need it for the office. But I do have 2 or 3 cable modems, and I'd like to get them all set up to connect to here. And anyway, just if you are interested in CMTS stuff, cable modems, whatnot, want to watch me play around and get this thing working, then make sure to subscribe, because I don't know when I'm going to be posting that, and you don't want to miss it if you are interested. So anyway, that's that part of the video. Now the second one is this other box, which should be my Catalyst switch, which I got to go along with the routers. So let me put that up on the table. So here's this much smaller box. Hopefully it's padded well enough. So anyway, so I don't remember, like I said earlier, which model this is, but it's a Catalyst switch. I think I ended up going with a 48 port PoE. It is 10100, which is, oh sorry, you probably couldn't see that. Anyway, it's time period correct, so I'm going for kind of a vintage, old school kind of network with the routers back there. I wanted something the same vintage as the routers, and a switch. Oh, nice. It has these custom, whatever you call this stuff. That's not what I thought it was, but yeah, it has this custom, what's it called? Expanding foam in a bag, so odds are good it's in good shape, because that stuff usually does a good job. So let me get it out of here and I'll show you. Alright, here we go, and it is a, let's see, 2960 PoE 48. So it's pretty cool. Got our mode button, and we have all of our 48 ports. And we do have 4 extra ports on the side. So I think what this one's deal is it has 48 10100 PoE ports there with the white border. And then the yellow border is supposed to be your uplinks. So there's 2 1 gig SFP cages there, and 2 1 gig copper ports that you're supposed to use to uplink to wherever you're going. And I like this model because they're all 4 independent. They're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of these other models I was looking at, you'll have the SFP and the copper have the shared border, so you can, it's like, what do they call it, multiple personalities or something, where you can only use one at a time. They're kind of like bridged together. But this way you could use all 4. I don't plan on doing that, but you could. And I did not get a power cord or ears, so not a big deal. But I will have to go back on Amazon and get some ears because this thing is going in the rack. Kind of see some electronic-y goodness inside. Interesting shaped little dog bone cutouts. It is a little bit dusty, and it's got this little dust bunny sticking out the back. And I just noticed, I don't know how well you can really see it, but it has this huge squirrel cage fan inside of it. So that's pretty cool. This one I actually might open up and blow it out. It probably could use some cleaning. So yeah, look at all the dust in there. And it had this thing hanging out of it too. It's kind of nasty. Blech. Anyway, and it does say that it was manufactured in 2010. 12/02, so that December 2nd. So that's pretty cool. Other side just has a couple of those little cutouts. There's not as many. And there's also this one screw that's different than all the rest of them that are in the back. And same one over here, so that's interesting construction. I don't know why there's that one weird screw, but I will, yeah, I am going to just go ahead and open this. Well, I don't have any air to blow it out with. Let me think on that. That might come in the other video when we actually set it up. This was more of kind of an unboxing, an initial look at it. So I think I'll do a more detailed video. I'm trying to get away from using the canned compressed air things, and I've actually found a electric blower that takes drill batteries that works pretty good. I have one at home, and I used it to blow out an old computer, and it got all the dust out. So I might grab one of those for the shop and use it for some of this stuff. But anyway, that is going to go somewhere in the vicinity of these routers. But like I said, I'm trying to save these to you. I'm already taking this one up with these ATAs, which you can check one of my older videos, not older, but like within the last month, where I go into detail about setting these routers up to do dial-up with these modems. But anyway, I would like it to go over here somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't want to have a cable running across from one to the other if I put that switch over here, but all my patch panels and stuff are going to go over here, so I might end up just sticking it over here anyway. I don't know, can I stick the ATA in this hole? That's kind of a sacrilege, I feel like. I shouldn't do that, but I could, theoretically, just take another blank out and just stuff those in here, since this router is not going to have any more modules, probably. It came with this one missing, this blank. It was just not there, so it must have had something good in it and they pulled it out to sell it separately. Trying to maximize their revenue. But, I mean, that may not be the worst thing to do, is just, I can take another blank out and just stick the ATAs inside, and then I can use 37 here to put that router, or the switch I mean, and then there's still one free U up here. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's all kind of a ever-changing, ever-evolving situation. And anyway, I am so happy. My new acquisitions. Got my Cisco phone set up here. Got my 7975Gs color screen. So anyway, so that's kind of a look at things so far, and I'm really excited to be kind of diving into some of these new technologies. Well, not new to me. I've never been on the management end of it. I've had cable internet for a long time at home. But anyway, yeah, so not going to ramble anymore. This is the new hardware that I got, and if you're interested in either of these things, make sure to subscribe and stick around, and I'll be posting more detailed videos on both. The Switch probably is going to have one video. I'll open it up and blow it out and configure it a little bit, and it'll go in the rack when I get the ears. And the CMTS, that's probably going to end up being a big series because that's going to be a lot more complicated. I don't know how to do any of this cable stuff, and I hope it'll even do what I want to do in the first place. That's the reason I got it, is because it looked like, from what I could tell online, it was all in one. Some of these other things are giant, like 12U chassis, and you have to put these cards in it, and like thousands and thousands of dollars, even used. And so this seemed like the best kind of all-in-one thing. I don't know how many modems it supports, but I can hopefully get 3 or 4 modems hooked up to it, and get all those channels utilized, set up the maximum, the 4 upstream, and the I guess it's just 1 downstream, but I guess I don't know if DOCSIS 2 had I don't know, did it have channel bonding? I'm not sure, I'd have to look into it. But anyway, I'm really excited to get that all going, and I said I was going to stop rambling, I haven't, so this is just where it's going to end then. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe and check out my future videos. And also go back and see some of the older ones, there's some pretty cool stuff out there. So anyway, thanks for watching, see you next time.